Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and as you know my name is Ruby, and in this video I am going to give you 10 important idioms or English expression words which you can use in your day-to-day conversation. We always use only old vocabulary, but instead of using vocabulary I would suggest we can use these expressions in your day-to-day conversation. So I am going to give you 10 idioms here. So first one I would say that boiling the ocean. See, boiling the ocean, which means something which is very impossible to do, or something which is very difficult to be done, because it shows boiling the ocean, it is not easy thing to boil the ocean. That's why it is expression, and it is exaggerating something to emphasize that something which is impossible. Example could be this way, that my mother gave me task yesterday that was like boiling the ocean, which means that task was very difficult to be done. Moving upon to the second idiom. So second idiom could be beat around the bush. I hope you must have listened this phrases, these idioms in your previous life, of course, or in your previous date. So beat around the bush, which means not saying something directly. You are just saying something indirectly. So example could be don't beat around the bush, always say directly whatever you want to say, don't beat around the bush. Okay, moving on to the third one. The third one could be, that is very commonly used in day-to-day conversation, add fuel to the fire. So add fuel to the fire, you must know, add fuel to the fire, it means making situation worse. This situation is very difficult and you are trying to make that situation even worse. So for that expression we can use as add fuel to the fire. Example could be, the argument was really worse between my parents, and at that time I was trying to add fuel to the fire to make situation worse. This could be the example. Yes, moving on to the fourth one. So fourth one I would say that piece of cake. I hope you must have heard about it, piece of cake, which means a very easy peasy, right? So I would say this one, piece of cake, which means a very easy one. So very easy one we can say, for example, you can take example of anything and you can say this task is just for me a piece of cake. This way, instead of saying this task is very easy, you can say this task is piece of cake for me. This way you can use. Let's move on to the another one. So heat of sake, which means go to the bed. So instead of saying in your day-to-day conversation, you must say, and you always keep on saying that I'm going to sleep, I'm going to the bed. So instead of using this simple sentence, we can say hit off means hit to the sake, of course. Hit the sake. This way we can use hit the sake. Let's move on to the next one, which talks about up in the air, which means something which is not done yet, something which is not finished yet. So for example, if your boss or anybody say, had this task been done, so you can say no, it is still up in the air, which means this task is still not finished. This way we can use. Let's move on to the next one, which talks about hit of the moment. So hit of the moment, which means when you are very excited or in a very energetic way, when you are totally influence of your emotions. So in that situation, for example, you are very energetic and you are just trying to come to your parents and you're just saying something. So example could be that, why don't you say each and everything in hit of the moment, which means that person is very energetic or excited, or say something in a hit of the moment. So we can use this way, why do you say everything in hit of the moment. Because let's move on to the next one, which is very commonly seen or very easily used, which is tough nut to crack. Tough nut to crack, which means um, any problem or any situation very difficult to solve. So example could be, that person is very tough nut to crack, which means that person is very difficult to make him understand. So this way we can use tough nut to Correct. Let's move on to the last one, which talks about on cloud nine. On cloud nine, when you are extremely happy, meaning of extremely happy. So at that point of time, we can say, um, so instead of using I am very happy, you can say I am on cloud nine. So example could be on my birthday, I was on cloud nine. So these were some idioms, important idiom which you can use in your day-to-day conversation. For your better understanding, I am putting all those idioms here. You can check out these 10 idioms for your better understanding. I hope you like this video. If you did, so please like, share and subscribe my channel for other updates, for further updates. Yes, thank you. Keep